I am making a new show and it's called Khya's Gossip. So I have a lot to gossip about. But first, to start off with our talk show, I was thinking that we could talk about Pretty Little Liars. I mean, there is so much gossip on Pretty Little Liars. I mean, knowing that Allison is alive, knowing that she's back and she's going back to school. I personally am so glad that she's back. I knew she was never dead and all of this stuff. Finding out who killed her mother, we need to find out that question because they killed her mother the same way that they tried to kill Allison. Knowing that Allison's alive, knowing that another girl's in that grave and they don't even know who it is, it's a really kind of weird but freaky process, knowing that she lied to police when she came back, and the girls did not know that they had to cover up a lie saying that she was kidnapped instead of her ran away. And so yeah, that's a big process. I'm gonna see what other news I can find out. I'm in love with that show. Season 5, it is just so great. And we're almost at the finish line, so it's like a lot of things are happening, and I'm so glad to that knowing I'm finding out that she comes back to school, Allison, with her head up high, and she just seems like pretty good. I'm going to read some of this stuff and see what I can find. So, as you can see, the last season, Hannah dyed her like ends of her hair black. Really good look for you, Hannah. I'm loving it. I think it's a really dark look, but it's a good look for you because you want to be yourself and you want to give it a change. Knowing that Allison's back, knowing that Mona wanted you to replace Allison, it was just a really bad process for her, and she wanted to change and she wanted to be somebody else. But oh my god, I just found a great news. Okay, so right now it says Jenna Marshall, Caleb Rivers, and the Queen Bee of Mean Girls of Mean slash Allison De Laurentiis are also back in Rosewood. So it means to say that the fake girl blinds, Jenna is back. The person who broke Hannah's heart, Caleb Rivers, is back. I heard that he was on another show, but he's back now. They're back in Rosewood, and it seems like Jenna is in town to warn that word Shauna, finding out that she's dead is going to break her heart. But that may just be a front to get back at Allie. Yeah. Turns out Jenna, Mona, and Cindy Discroll, of all people, are in cahoots to get rid of Allie once and for all. And who can blame them? I mean, who can blame them? Allison has put them through so much. I would want to get rid of her too if she came back out of the blue. And I still don't like Jenna. I mean, Jenna or Mona, but I could see why they want to get rid of her. I don't know who this Cindy person is. I think it's the girl that Emily has been hanging out with, but I'm not so sure it's her. I'm not sure. I don't know other names. I don't even know who the Cindy girl is. We'll probably find out last Tuesday, which was yesterday. I did not get to watch it because my power went out and it was not back on until like 11 o'clock, so, or till the next morning. So I did not get to watch it, but I will watch that, and I'm gonna see if this Cindy girl comes back. And I think that Kaylin came back yesterday, plus Jenna and Allison came back yesterday, and I think that that's it. And it says Allie is still lying over and over again to everyone, including the liars. So it seems that she's lying to everyone, but basically the liars of them all: Aria, Spencer, Hannah, and Emily. How could you lie to the liars? I mean, they're coming up a lie for you, and it's like, yeah. And it says that Allie even tells Mona that she's going to win over Mona's armies army of losers, and then slaps Monster in the face. I saw that on a preview. She got slapped in the face. Then Allie got slapped in the face, and I don't know, but it looked like Allie slapped her back, but I don't know if Mona grabbed her arm real quick and stopped her. I don't know. Mona has that kind of reflex, so she may have did that before she could slap her. I don't know if Allie slapped Mona, because it went off before I can actually tell if she actually slapped her. We don't know. I don't know if she slapped her because other people seen it, but if she did slap her, good for you, Allie. You need to know that if somebody slaps you, you better do just a little more than just slapping. So if you did slap her, good for you, but if you didn't, you're weak. Luckily, Mona catches it all on video via her phone. Granted, Allie gives Mona a slap after a threat, so Allie did slap her. Mona reveals to Allie that she knew the liars were in New York City the night Shauna was murdered. But does she? So they're saying that she does know, but does she really know? Is she just trying to get Allison to actually say that she was there? So if Mona's saying, I knew you were in New York the night Shauna was murdered, she's like this, how do you know? And then she's like this, I didn't know until you just told me. So they're trying to say, does she really know, or is she just trying to get her to say it? So it says, or is Mona just a good liar herself? That's the thing. She just wants to get her to say it before she says it. So that's the whole thing. It's also revealed that a girl named Bethany Young is in Allie's grave. So a girl named Bethany Young that looked just like Allie apparently is in Allie's grave. Young was a former patient at Radley who escaped the night that Alice was supposedly killed. The liars and all their boy toys / ex-convent hear the news. Minutes later, they narrowly escaped tragedy when they witnessed Toby's house burn down. Looks like A is all about firebombs now. Spencer. Miss Hastings is done with her visit to the spa and is leaving her husband. Actually, she never even went to the spa, but who cares? What's important is that Mr. H is now convinced that Miss H is now convinced that Mr. H killed Miss Steele and Princess. And who can blame the poor woman? Her husband has guilt written all over his face, hands, and pill bottles. That is true. Right when I knew the whole thing when she died, I knew that it was her father. It was Allison. I knew it was Spencer's father. He didn't like Allison. He wanted to get rid of her. And who else could she cover up for? I know Jason was not going to kill his own his own sister. Allie's dad would never do that. Who else was she trying to cover up that she was with? So I knew that, and if they're convinced, then they need to get them out of that house. Spencer, I'm telling you right now, you need to get out of that house now, and good for you, Mrs. Hastings, to get out of that house while you still could have. I'm really proud that you got out of there before he could have done something to you. So Miss H does what any good mother would do and pulls Spence out of school to tell her that they are leaving Rosewood now. Luckily, Toby is there for Spencer no matter what. What? Spencer's leaving Rosewood? That's not good. Emily told Allie no more lying last episode, but the girl can't help herself. After Paige leaves school due to Allie's return, Em convinces her ex to have a conversation with the one-time queen of mean. You are one of the bravest people I know, and I'm not going to let you forget that, Emily tells Paige. Looks like Em is back on the Paige bandwagon. But is she? After all of that work to make peace, Emily is seduced by Allie. You were the hardest to leave behind. Allie tells Em those kisses weren't just for practice. So is Allie being truthful? Doubtful, but the truth doesn't concern Emily. What when it comes to Allie and the law of attraction, the two hook up. But but of course, the next day the wives find out that Allie lied to them once again. Thank goodness, despite her attraction to Allie, Emily isn't putting up with it. So we have some things on Aria and Hannah, but I will get back to you on that one. I have been doing this for 10 minutes. I am trying to keep my level lower, but I am just gonna go. We're gonna read this gossip more, and I hope that this whole thing with Allie and Emily hooking up, Spencer leaving Rosewood, that does not happen. It cannot happen. Luckily, Toby is not hurt in that burn down of the fire. Allie is going to stay out of this and tell the police the truth. And all of this stuff just buries down. And I just hope that it all is great. So, see you next time on Khya's Gossip. Bye!